what y'all think about it. Hold on. Check this out. Wait a minute. No. Oh, here we go. The Daily Go Get It Business Show, Sun 752. And tonight on the Daily Go Get It Business Show is Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. We are talking about when you're the father, regardless of the DNA results. When you are the father, regardless of the DNA results. That's what we're talking about tonight. Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. Let's do this thing. It's the daily. It's the Daily Go Get Mism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talk about when you the dad, regardless of the results tonight. When you are the father, regardless of the DNA results. What y'all know about that? What do y'all know about a man taking on the responsibility of taking care of another man's child willingly, happily, and oftentimes knowingly? Sometimes it's not knowingly, but often it's knowingly. And tonight we are talking about when a man knows that he's going to be taking care of a child that is not his, and whether he puts all of his love, his time, his effort all up into it. First of all, I see we got a super chat, a super sticker. Appreciate you, Stacy White. Thank you. I appreciate you coming through. You know what I mean? That means a lot. It means a lot. It means a it means a lot. It means a hell of a lot. It means a lot. I appreciate that. So that's what we're talking about tonight, y'all. What do y'all know? What do you know? Have you ever done it? Men, I'm going to be talking to you tonight. What do you know about taking care of another man's child? What do you know about falling in love with a woman who has children? What do you know about falling in love with a woman who has young children? What do you know about falling in love with a woman that might be pregnant? It happens. But what do you know? FXD, thanks for coming on through. I appreciate you. And Care Bear, thanks for coming through. Yeah. What do you know? What do you know about falling in love with a woman who has small children or a child in her belly who is looking for love the same way that you were looking for love? You know what I mean? What do you know about thinking that you have a woman pregnant and finding out that it's actually somebody else who has her pregnant, but you like, I know my mama and my daddy would not approve, but I'm about to stamp this thing and I'm going to make a move. I can't let this one go. She is sweeter than a mango. And that's true, yo. So I'm going to have to make a lifetime decision, and I'm about to be the man of men here. That's my word. That's what I'm going to do, and ain't nobody going to be able to stop me. That's true. All right. So that's what we're talking about tonight. Care Bear says, I think it's admirable if depending on the circumstances. Well, the circumstances is what we have to talk about tonight. The circumstances of this situation is what we need to talk about tonight. Because you know when a man is taking care of another man's baby. Now, first of all, when you hear somebody say that, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Taking care of another man's baby. It sounds so sinister. It sounds like it's not the right thing to do. It sounds like it's the right thing to do, but it doesn't sound like it's the right set of circumstances in which it came to be. And that's not necessarily how it is, but any child that you love for, care for, do for, provide for, that is not your that is not of your bloodline is somebody else's child. But are they somebody else's baby? Maybe they may be somebody else's baby, but they're not somebody else's child. You know, what do y'all think? What do you think? Is a child more connected to a parent at birth or as time goes on and you have a chance to establish and cement a connection? What do you think? 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 I need some answers tonight. I need some answers tonight. I need some answers tonight. We're going to talk. We're going to talk. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. You are the father when you are the father, regardless of the DNA test. So, fellas, have you ever thought that you got a woman pregnant, all to come and find out that you are not the father? Maybe through DNA, and maybe through admission. You know, maybe she came clean about it. Maybe maybe she was between two men at the time of conception, and she wasn't really sure whose it was, but she said it was you. But when the baby came out, it looked just like him. And maybe she owned up to it and said, well, I got something to tell you, and you're really not gonna like it. Well, a lot of men have made an executive decision when that has become the case. And some men have said, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to go back to the lab and I'm going to think about this for a minute because right now I'm kind of devastated. There have been many men who claim I would never take care of another man's baby, and I wish my woman would cheat on me or blah, blah, blah. But a woman can be pregnant by another man and it might not involve cheating. Sometimes you may have just met her during the time when she was between two men. And, you know, some men might judge that a little harshly. Some women might judge it harshly too. Like, wait a minute. There should never be a time when you think that you might be pregnant by one or the other. You supposed to let the coochie cool off, or let the coochie cool off, or let the coochie cool off, or let the coochie got to let the coochie cool off. You got to let the coochie cool off. You can't pull out and then chill out and then put another in. Yo, that's your private event. And I say that's not the way. And if you don't know who your father is today, you had to wait until the baby was born and it was on, but you really wasn't sure because you're something like a whore. Well, you may not be a whore, but you know, adults make adult decisions, and sometimes adults make adult mistakes. Well, there have been many men who have looked into the eyes of a baby that was theirs or wasn't theirs and just fell in love. Like, it ain't the child's fault. It ain't the baby's fault. The baby made it here. It made it here by the grace of God. And it needs to be taken care of. You love that woman, and it's like a situation where she feels like, or she is guaranteed you, like, I'm pregnant by that man, but I don't love that man and he's not here. You know, we just got it on it might have been a drunk night. I was feeling kind of weak that night. I was weak in the flesh, and you came around, and I was weak in the flesh. Strong now, though. Done dropped the seed, and the father-foot child is what the baby needs. All right, y'all, let's talk. What up, Fluffy Paws? And FXD says, keep nurturing him, even if his DNA father doesn't care. Interesting. Shirley Shore, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Shore, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, my goodness? A good to see me some you. When you're the father, regardless of the DNA results, when you're the father of the DNA results, well, when a man decides to be a father, when a man decides to be a father, when he has made the decision to not just to be a father who has created a child through, the sperm and the egg, but when he has decided to be a father because he loves, because he cares, because he has concerns, that's the decision that a man makes about being a father, even if the child is his. There have been plenty of fathers, as you know by the results of all of the single mothers that are out here trying to hold it down themselves, and all of the fatherless children out here. You know that not all men who have biologically fathered children have made the decision to become fathers. Maybe some of them have made the decision in the beginning and then fell short. And maybe some of them decided not to make the decision in the beginning, but made the decision later on. Maybe they needed more information. Maybe there was something they had to find out. Maybe they had other children that they felt like they owed a greater obligation to before they can get around to their own. But nonetheless, when a man makes a decision to be a father, it's a sign of maturity, and it's a sign of duty. It's a call of duty. It really is. It's a call of duty because it's a daily operation. It takes no days off, and it can be stressful. So you have to be a guide, a teacher, an instructor, a manager, a supervisor. You have to check the work. You have to make sure that things are completed. You have to check to make sure that things are done accurately. FXD says, baby like a saint. You think all babies are good babies? Are they all innocent? I think I agree, and I think I disagree at the same time. Y'all have to pardon me, but I'm a big proponent of genetics. I'm a big proponent of genetics. I think that whoever is the mom and the dad of a child makes a difference. It makes a difference. You can say that it's the way that you raise a child, what you expose them to, how you show them the love that you give them, and that's true. But I've known many children who have received love, who have received attention, who have received material items. They basically got everything that a child should need in order to be well adjusted, and they still turned out to be rotten pumpkins. Rotten pumpkins, baby. Have you ever seen a rotten pumpkin? Have you ever cut a pumpkin, made a jack-o'-lantern? All them seeds in the pumpkin? You know what I mean? Get mushy with the seeds in the pumpkin. Nonetheless, children need guidance. They need nurturing. They need love. They need affection. They need instruction. They need structure. They need to understand history, the present, the future. They need somebody who is responsible, who is going to be responsible, who is going to act responsibly in all areas. We have too many reckless parents out here. We have too many parents out here who weren't prepared to be parents. They were prepared to wear the title of parents, but they weren't prepared to do the work. It's like applying for a job that you've never done before. Like, yeah, you may be able to do it, but there's a lot of on-the-job training, and you're going to have to pay attention, be diligent, and practice. And not all parents are up to the task, and some parents are good, and some parents are ass. But we can get into all of that. When a man decides to be a father, when a man is the father, regardless of the results of the DNA, You know your woman's pregnant by another man. You know that she has small children. When you met her, she had the baby bump. When you met her, she had the baby bump. And you said, shoot. So let me get this straight. I just met you and you're pregnant? You with the father? No. How far gone along are you in your pregnancy? 6 months. Well, how long has the father been removed? As soon as he found out that I was pregnant, he said he didn't want nothing to do with this. You might have looked up and down and said, I'll take her. Initially, it's probably a physical thing. Like, well, if she's pregnant already, I ain't got to wear no condom, right? I mean, if I'm clean and you clean, I ain't got to wear no condom. Unless you saying that, you don't want to have sex when you pregnant by another man. A lot of people think that's trifling. I mean, maybe y'all shouldn't ask me, because I know a little bit too much about science. I'm like, the baby is beyond the walls. It's like, you ain't gonna go up there and touch the baby or move him over and all that old extra macho masculine shit that men be trying to say. Like you over there giving the baby a stick shift, a joystick. No, he ain't feeling that. You ain't moving mountains. It's like moving mountains. It's like moving mountains. Anyway, you never know when you're going to fall in love. You never know. You never know the circumstances in which you're going to fall in love. You might fall in love with a woman that's pregnant. You might fall in love with the baby when it's born. But you got a decision to make, homie. You got a decision to make. And this is more than just a financial decision. You have to make an emotional decision. Are you ready to be emotionally invested in what this is going to take? And what this entails? Are you ready? Are you ready? Some men are and some men aren't. Some men think that they are and they really aren't. And some men think that they really aren't and they are. But what kind of family do you come from? Do you come from a family where there was a nuclear family? Do you come from a nuclear family? A mama and a daddy and siblings that have the same mama and daddy? Is that what you come from? Because when you come from that, you often want to actually enter into that. Now, does it work out that way all the time? No. And I tell you what else. There have been times when children have thought that all of the children in the family, the mom and the dad, were by the mom and the dad, come to find out that mom had a baby for dad before dad came along. So that the oldest, she or he was already here. But we figured it don't really matter because this man has been daddy. This man has been her daddy since damn near she just came out of the womb. So that's the only daddy that she know. And mommy had a certain type. So daddy and my half sister, half brother even look alike. Mommy had a type. Just saying, it could happen. It doesn't happen that way all the time. But parents don't always share the logistics of how the family came together, how the family came to be. They don't always share that accurately with the children. It's on a need-to-know basis. You know what you need to know. When you get to be of a certain age, then we can tell you. And not saying that you have to be an adult, but maybe they waited until they were like, maybe they waited until they was like 7 or 8 years old when they figured they could understand a little bit of human situations, adult situations. Perhaps. We talking, y'all. We talking. Shirley Shore says, I know a few men who became fathers to children. They didn't wait. Children, they They didn't help father. Okay. You said Diddy. Let me find out. Let me find out that your phone that you've been replying to posts and stuff like that. They got Diddy name in it. Like how did? Okay. Anyway. Okay. I know a few men who became fathers to children they didn't help father. I know a few women who have become a mother to children who they didn't birth. Okay. And Shirley Shore says that's when your heart is thicker than water. Heart is thicker than water. I've never heard that term before. I heard of blood thicker than water, but heart. FXD says, I've heard that a baby in the womb can talk to their father. That's interesting. I can't really say because I don't really know. But I'm not going to say that that's false, and I can't accurately say that it's true. But I've always felt that before babies learn to talk, they know way more than we could ever imagine. And I always thought that's why they couldn't talk. I also think that's why animals can't talk. You know how animals just sometimes, like if you have a cat or a dog, you see them do this shit sometimes, like, and you think you know what they're thinking about. You don't know. They could be thinking like, yo, they lucky I can't talk. There is a message in silence, man. There is a message in the mutation. Or should I say the mute? Message in the mute. But yeah. Your father, when you're a father, regardless of the DNA results. So you look, you know what I mean? Your woman got a DNA test because she wanted to be honest and be straight and take and call it right down the line. And it comes out that you crapped out. 0% probability that that's your child. But guess what? You said, I decide that I'm going to be the father. Now, if you don't want me to do this, all you got to do is let me know. But for me and mine, baby, excuse me, we going to make this thing happen. That's what the guan. I love you, and I love everything associated with you. So not only do you have a child that's not mine, you have other children that aren't mine too. And we about to Brady Bunch this thing. There's a story about a man named Raheem who was blessed with... Okay. There's a story of a man named Raheem who was blessed with like 5 kids that wasn't his own. He had 3 that were, but 5 that wasn't. He took care of them all. There's a story of a woman named Isha. And she said, like, we can do this. You knew I had some kids before you got with me. Nigga, is you down, yo, what? Because I'm way out of my whole phase and I'm ready to do this thing. It's John Blaze and you are the one for me like SWV. Can we do this shit? Well, let's see. I'm calculating 8 kids that I got a father. I could walk away from this shit and be like, I can't bother, but I know that you are the one. I feel like you was a heaven sent. I feel bent. When I say bent, I feel high when you come through. I feel like this is something that I want to do. And even though my mama and my daddy, sisters and brothers say I shouldn't do it, and even my cousins, they say, yo, you are a grown man with your future in front of you. And you got to make a decision tonight. You really decide of what a nigga is going to do. Well, I say 1 + 1 = 3. When you add a baby, I said 1 + 1 = 3. When you add a baby, new math. New math, baby. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Get 'Em Business Show. I'm your host, Sun752, and we are talking about when you're the father, regardless of the DNA results. When you are the father, regardless of the DNA results, what you know? What do you know? I come from a very baby-friendly family. I come from a family on both sides where if you are a cousin, a son, a cousin, or uncle, you get with a woman who has children, those are your children. And all of my family treat those kids like they are all biological grandkids, kids, cousins, brothers, and sisters. I've never heard anybody on my family, either side, be like, well, they ain't really his kids, so he ain't got to do this, he ain't got to do that. They be like, look, if you're in, you're in, and if you out, you out. We'll support you anyway, either way. But what we not going to do is start separating after the fact, or start dividing once things get hairy, get sticky, get uncomfortable. Like, well, since you ain't treating me right, shoot, they ain't my kids anyway. You can try that shit, but guess what? It's Christmas time, and we got presents for them kids under this tree, and they gonna get them presents. Know this. Understand this. Queen Monica Davis. Oh man, Monica. She said, wait a minute. That got her attention. Like, wait a minute. He was blessed with 3 kids of his own. Okay. Let's see. Benji Darius. That's real. I mean, look, man, like we gonna talk. We gonna talk tonight. We got a few minutes. We got a little time tonight. We gonna talk. And Pickles says, I missed you. Well, I missed you too. And I'm so glad you're here. I wish I could send y'all emojis. This won't let me do nothing. Benji Darius says, what age stop caring about girls' bodies? What age you stop caring about girls' bodies? Death? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean by stop caring about their bodies? Do you mean stop judging women on the way that they look, or choosing women based on, their physical appearance? It's still death to me. I don't know, man. Listen, I try to put my heart and my soul into a relationship. Nonetheless, I'm a sucker for a fat ass and some big titties. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because I come from a family, like my mom was mixed. Like I know, this brown skin might fool you, but my mom was mixed. She had a fat ass and big titties. Yes, that's the only mix that my dad cared about. She had a fatty, got a fat. And you know how Michael Bivins, said you can't trust a big butt and a smile. Well, my mom had a real big butt. And she smiled a lot. Very pretty smile, teeth was kind of spaced out like me, but she had a pretty smile and a big fatty. She had a big old fatty. And Nick Games, you could be my cousin. And Nick Games says, because you weak. Okay, I'll take it. My real cousin would never call me that. Oh, Nick Games says, I thought black people could rap. Well, I thought white people could be president. I don't know. What else do black people what else can black people do? Because I know some black people that can rap. I mean, you don't like my lyrics, that's okay. You don't like the way I sing, that's okay. You don't like the stuff I'm talking about, that's okay. I don't know. Well, I mean, we could have a little talk. Like, I thought all white people. You know what? You know what I used to think. Actually, I never thought this, but I know a lot of black people think this. I thought white people were good with money. You know what I mean? I thought they always put money away. Like they saved money. I thought they managed their bills. They didn't pay their bills late. Yeah, I thought they like managed their money really well and never lived from check to check and didn't splurge their money on foolish things. That's what a lot of black people think about white people. It's false. I don't know if y'all know this, and this is a secret, but white people invented bad credit. Did you know that? Did you know if it wasn't for the European, there would be no such thing as bad credit? Did you know? Yes, they invented that shit. Debt. Mounds and mounds of debt. They invented that shit. So what's going on, Nick? What's up? Where the money at? I mean, since we want to get stereotypical, Benji Darius says, I've been talking to a bad Mexicano girl for about 3 weeks. She's 22 with 16 bodies, though. Oh, okay. You meant those kind of bodies with 16. What? Okay, all right. We're going to get into that. Though it messed me up because I thought she was a pickler. Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, Benji Darius, because this is actually serious shit. I'm curious to know how you know how many men she's been with. Because from my point of view, a man should never concern himself with how many men a woman has been with unless she's still in that stage. Like if her body count is still going up while you trying to wife her, while you trying to lock it down, while you trying to get with her, while you trying to establish something with her, now we have a problem, Houston. Other than that, at 20, you said 22? At 22 years old, she might have had a little hoe phase. But if she's trying to get her shit together right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't judge that too harshly. But I'm gonna tell you like this. You're going to still have to check your woman to make sure that your woman is for you the whole time. And I'm not talking about being all jealous and possessive and checking up on her and being clingy and acting all nervous and insecure. I mean, you need to make sure that y'all are having a meeting of the minds. Make sure that you are being mentally stimulated by your woman at all times, because you're not going to be mentally stimulated by her body. Listen, a pretty face, a fatty, big melons and all of that shit is all good until you want to have a talk with your woman, until you want to actually build a life with your woman, until you want to actually have children that don't take selfies all day and model and need validation from the whole world besides you. So I would say that if your woman can still wash off the bodies that she's had, then you can rock with that. Let me explain further what I mean. Like, make sure that she's not bringing no diseases into your world. She's not bringing no crazy dudes that are still hanging on into your world. You ain't supposed to have to fight for a woman that's already yours. That's supposed to be a done deal. But if you are serious about your situation, you got to think, like, if your girl has 16 bodies at 22, I don't know how old you are, but you probably are way over 16. You might be working with 32 bodies already. or more. You know what I'm saying? You know, it can get wild. It can get real wild when you're a young man. But anyway, but like I said, as long as she can wash those bodies out, as long as wash those bodies off, as long as you don't have to take pills to get rid of the bodies, as long as you don't have to be on Combivir to get rid of the bodies, as long as you ain't getting the Bumpy Johnson on the nuts, Bumpy Johnson on the Johnson, a Bumpy Johnson on the Johnson. We don't want no Bumpy 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 Johnson. No Bumpy Johnson all on your nuts when you ran up in it and tore out the guts. Yo, this slut done gave me the luggage and I ain't trying to really carry it, but it's way too late and I'm about to hate. I don't know who this bitch used to date, but I know one thing, that I ain't feeling like a king because she blessed me with the luggage. That's the thing. We don't want no baggage coming back that we can't unpack, that we can't unpack. Said we don't want no baggage back that we can't unpack, that we can't unpack. So yeah, man, if you love your girl, think about it, Benji Darius. If you love your girl, you're going to kick it with her anyway. You're going to find a way to get around her. You know, I've seen men struggle. I did it too. You know, you meet a chick and she fire. She the sweetest thing you've ever known. Like a kiss on the collarbone. Y'all can talk. Y'all can fuck. Y'all can watch TV. Go out. Have fun with each other. Laugh. Tease each other. But she got this little thing. She used to be out there. It's worse when she used to be out there with dudes that you know. But I know what it's like to be like, but she ain't really like them like she like me. And they ain't really have her like I got her. So love is stronger than pride. So you're gonna find a way. First, you might be like, well, I can't wife her, but we can still fuck. And you won't try to just fuck. But once you stop wanting her to fuck, other ones like, damn, the pussy fire too. Don't stress yourself out, man. Long as she can wash off them bodies, long as those bodies come out in the shower, have a soak in the tub, put some Epsom salts in there, and some baking soda. You know what I mean? Don't burn her though. You know, don't put the Epsom salts and either use the Epsom salts or use the baking soda. Don't put it. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the bodies out of there, son. And by all means, most importantly, don't let people come around you talking about that soul ties shit. You know what I mean? The internet got everybody talking about soul ties. Everybody you have ever had sex with, they are a part of you now. Because get the fuck out of here. What you think they made condoms for? Okay, you didn't wear condoms. So what? You gonna tell me you can't wash a hoe off you? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Busy Daddy says she gotta make money for me now, so it don't bother me. Okay, pimp. K-Beck says, oh my God, yes, it's soul ties. Yeah, they got everybody out there scared, like, oh my God. My boo from 92 is still on me. My boo from 92. Get the fuck out of here. You mean to tell me that I can escape a pregnancy, but I gotta still carry this? No. You're basically telling me I gotta pay child support. Child support for a baby that's not yours. Child support for a baby that's not yours. I said it's child support for a baby that's not yours. Child support for a baby that's not yours. I said it's child support for a baby that's not yours. Child support for a baby that's not yours. What it is, that's child support for a baby that's not yours. What we paying now, child support for a baby that's not yours. You in love now, child support for a baby that's not yours. I said a baby that's not yours. Have fun. You gonna work it out. Okay, but it said 92. I sure hope not. Well, they telling us. They're telling us these soul ties. I don't care what nobody says. You see, men come up with certain things to try to control women. And you ain't gonna tell me that that this soul tie. I mean, before, years ago, they tried a chastity belt. Like, yo, you ain't getting up in that ass. You got a chastity belt on it. Now they talk about soul ties, so she be scared to fucking nigga. Like, if he penetrate me, I won't be able to get him off. He's all up in my brain, all up in my heart. Got him in my liver. He in my pancreas. I got pancreatic soul ties. Forget about cancer. I got pancreatic soul ties up in my pancreas. Got me having bad stomach pains. I went to the doctor to try to. I couldn't go to the doctor. I had to go to the witch doctor. Man. I had to go down South America, man. I had to go down South America, try to get this thing out. Got to get these soul ties out. El Shente Uno. ¿Cómo estás? El Shente Uno. Sure Husband says, people do that a lot. Some pay even though they test negative on a DNA test, they do. Child support for a baby that's not yours, that's real shit. You know what I mean? I've known men that knew that the baby wasn't theirs, and they knew they could afford it in court. They took it on the chest. They took it on the chin. For what reasons? The reasons vary. I can't say why any man does what they do, but men do what they do. And but when a man feels in his heart that he should provide, you're not going to stop him from providing. That's just like trying to stop a man from tricking if that's what he does. I don't know if y'all know anybody who don't get no pussy unless he pays up front. But men who do that, they insist on doing that. So you might refuse the money, like, nah, baby, I'm good. You know what I mean? You know, I just got my tax return. I don't need no money. He's still gonna throw that money up on the dresser and run. In his mind, free pussy is worthless. I gotta pay. Vegetarian says, give me some game. You used to make a girl. Wait a minute. Game you used to make a girl let me hit something. Dude, you gotta find your own game, but it ain't hard. Okay, but it says, I heard women saying it on a podcast before I ever heard a man say it. Oh, but I bet you they heard a man say it. Soul ties. Because you ain't gonna tell me that a woman tried to curse herself. Benji Derry says, what's your go-to line to bag females? You know what? I'd be like, hello, is it me you're looking for? Because I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere puffing reefer, or someone boning you? Nah, never mind, man. I don't know. I'm going to tell you like this, Benji Darius. Be yourself around your girls. Always be yourself. If you want to be funny around her. If you're a serious type, be serious. But I tell you something. If you're funny, you're always going to get some ass. You see me laughing and taking her shit off. Oh my God. Oh my God, Benji Darius. It's too much. That's why comedians always get ass. They ain't got to be cute. Females be stressed. They like to laugh. Think about it. They be stressed. Single parents, working on their own, trying to climb the corporate ladder. You know what I mean? They need somebody to help them unwind, somebody to, just give them a good look. Oh my God, you stupid. Ah! Cynthia Yuno says, can you sing your Elmo voice? Y'all be making me call back shit. Y'all want me? Is my Elmo voice even ready? Let me see. Elmo, drink the health drink. This shit is fire. Elmo, say the health drink fire. Elmo, say the health drink is fire. It helps your libido. Can you say libido? La la la, la la la. Elmo's world, Elmo's world. Elmo's world, Elmo's world. Elmo's world. So, where we at? 47. We 47 minutes in. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. We are supposed to, this is Throwback Thursday. Let's get real about relationships Thursday. And we're supposed to be talking about when you are the father, regardless of the DNA results. But I guess we're going in the direction that y'all want us to go into because it is what it is. I mean, we talking. Benji Derry says, I notice if you be real with females, they respect it more and be attracted to you. It'd be harder for them to leave you alone when they find out you keeping it real. Yeah, just remember that keeping it real is being yourself. It's not being what somebody else says is real. Because hip hop got us thinking that being real is being tough all the time or being negative all the time. And that's not what being real is. If you're funny, be that. That's real. If you're loving and you're affectionate, be that. That's real. If you're clingy, if you are sensitive, that's real too. We all have real things that we can work on and improve about ourselves. But authenticity is different from being real. Anything that you do, anything that exists is real. But when you start talking about being authentic, that means that you have invented something, that you have constructed something, that you have built something, that you have made yourself an individual, separate yourself away from the pack. And I'll tell you, women like that. Anybody can have anybody, but a somebody, like, think about it. When you go shopping in the market, you try to get if you go shopping for vegetables or fruits, produce, fish, you try to pick out the best ones. You don't just say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, that one. You don't do that. You try to pick out the ones that you think are best, the ones that you think suit you the best, the things that are the highest value. Well, men and women do that also. You're going to do that when you pick your woman, and a woman is going to do that when she picks you. So make sure that you are the best version of you to be picked. So keeping it real, that's one thing. Being authentic, that's better than real. Make her keep your name in your mouth when in conversations where you aren't around in a positive way. Like, I don't know what it is about this guy. He He got me. He different. He's special. And he'll pay child support for a baby that's not yours. Child support for a baby that's not yours. We got the child support for a baby that's not yours. Child support for a baby that's not yours. Anyway, if you love a child and you volunteer, sign up to love a child, be there for a child, provide for a child, make sure that that's what you want to do. The same way that you had to make a decision about whether you wanted to be with the mother of the child, you have to make a decision about whether you really want to provide for that child. Because the thing is, even if you don't make it with that woman, if the obligation that you have made to that child is going to stick with you, because if you love a child and the child loves you, and you know how children fall in love with people who treat them nice and do well and do for them. You don't want to leave a child behind like, well, what happened to, where's my dad? Or, where's Mr. blah, blah, blah? And, you were always there. Now you're not there. Now she has to explain to the child how come y'all ain't coming around. And even if it was her fault, you know what I mean? Just know that even when the relationship is over between you and that woman, if it comes to an end, your relationship with the child should not and will not come to an end. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of times, I know I've gotten a call, like I've gotten calls and I've gotten texts like, well, when you coming around again, or when am I going to see you? Or, can you take me here, take me there? And it's like, okay. And that's when you realize where you are in your life and what life is really all about. Now, if you are the type of man that can walk away from that, like, well, since I ain't with the mother, let the child real father, do for him or whatever. Because men get sensitive like that sometimes. Like I came in here and I took care of all your kids willingly and I did all of this. You ain't gonna find no other man to do that willingly, and here you are shitting on me. Here you are doing this, or you couldn't do this for me or do that for me. You gotta be a man about it, son. Gotta be a man about it. You signed up to take care of kids. Just be a man about it. What up, Naturalista Rap? Naturalista Rap. Benji Derry says it's kind of a turn off that she switched so fast on her boyfriend though when they broke up, but I respect it because he keep it 100. Because she keep it 100 and honest about everything in her life. That's good. Just keep it 110% about what I just said to OG. No sugarcoat. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. A man who puts a lot of thought into what he does instead of just trying to put a lot of money into what he does is always going to be successful. In the end, he's always going to be successful. Where you put your mind and your heart into, believe me, that thing is going to materialize. Man, you going to get what you looking for. You going to get some things you wasn't looking for. Like, damn, what's this? What's this for? Like, yeah, you got that. That's a surprise gift. We about to get on up out of here, man. Yeah, listen, escucha. All jokes aside, singing aside, rapping aside, and instruments, all that shit, all that aside, fatherhood is a real thing, and especially in the Black community. Yo, man, we can't be fucking around. We see the results of children that don't have any parental guidance, particularly positive male energy in their lives. We see it. We see all of the gang violence. We see all of the craziness and just the destructive behavior. We see the devaluing of life. We see the non-belief in the future. We see all of that. And I honestly believe that if we had more men that stepped up to the plate, who said what they meant and meant what they said, who planned their work and worked their plan, who committed to their responsibilities and took the responsibility to make sure that they kept their commitment to these children, things would be different. I'm not saying that the mothers out here aren't doing a good job, but they can't do it all by themselves. Every person out here was created from a male and a female. So why is it that they only have female guidance? That ain't right. That ain't right. I bet you if you interviewed a lot of these troubled teens out here, you will find that the problem out here is that there ain't enough men around. They not representing. They not holding it down. They think that they can just come through and drop off a couple of dollars, some Air Jordan money, some iPhone and Air Jordan money, and everything will be all right. It'll be all right for that day. But come on, man. Come on. All these Bloods and Crips and GDs and oh man, this that Midwest gang that I can never remember that shit. Fuck it. Anyway, Benji Darius says, how many baby moms you think too much to have? Woo. That's about the realest question I've heard. I would try to keep that to a minimum, man. For real. Because I know men who've had 10. I've known men who have had 3. I've known men that have had just 2. And that 2 was an overload. Because if you got a bad baby mom, and I don't mean bad like, she a baddie. I mean bad like she petty, she's vindictive. You don't want a few of those. You don't want a few of those. FXD says humans are unique, strange, but also special. So yeah, man, don't as a word to the wise, don't go around making babies all over the place. It's way too expensive, and the toll that it takes on the community is just so if you can but if you're looking for me to give you a number, don't have more than 3. 3 baby moms. That's it. Max. 3. I don't care how many kids you have. Don't have more than 3 baby moms. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious March 7th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get it. Number 1 out the box. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, wait. Number 1 out the box. Mona J. Wyatt, happy birthday to you. And also K Jones, happy birthday to you. And Mary Lua Salgado, turning 54 years old today. And my girl, Go Getter Kelly Jenneret, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, Go Getter, my girl Jackie Freeze. Jacqueline Singleton, happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious March 7th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, you're going to take care of a child that's not yours. If you're going to take on the responsibility of fatherhood, remember that it is a responsibility, and it is a lifetime responsibility. Ain't no in and out. Ain't no in and out. It ain't no as long as they act right, as long as they good, as long as they treat me nice, as long as they appreciative. You either in or you're out. Just like it would be with your biological children, you would have to hold yourself accountable. You would have to be held accountable if you were in and out of their life. If we can't keep running in and out of my life. You can't keep running in and out of my life. So Benji Darius says 3 at what age? At any age. Make 3 your maximum number, period. From now all the way up to your 80s. Yo, I'm telling you, when you get over 3, baby, I only got one. I got one baby mom. But that's me. I meant to have 5. It just only... Anyway. All right, y'all, we're going to get up out of here. Benji Darius says, promise me you're not going to stop this. My dude, we are here every day. If you have subscribed to this channel, go back. You'll see that we do shows every single day. And we do it like this. But we're going to turn up a little bit more. We're going to turn up. We're going to turn up. We're going to turn up, my dude. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure that you share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another Daily Go Getism show right around this time. We've been doing it around 1:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what time we on right now. So I'm a holla. I'm a holla. All right, y'all. Peace. One love, baby. Una love.